pencil, like a pencil blocks. A pencil blocks. My pencil's killing people.
My pencil has a big eraser.
Look at my eraser.
Mine is the biggest.
Ow, not that hard.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us today. I'm glad everybody's here. If you're sitting in a place where you're not going to be able to listen, it would be better to move now than having me move you. And I need everybody to take your Rise Workshop notebook and just place it flat on the floor. And we're going to talk for a few minutes, and I'm going to have you do something before you go off and work today. Sheldon, would you tell Jacob what he's supposed to do with that book in his lap? And Wonder, tell Ian what he's supposed to do with that book. Like he'll know. All right. One of the hard things about writing is coming up with writing ideas. Maybe the hardest part of writing. Some people say it is. Riley, what do you say? Is it the hardest part? She says sometimes. Wonder, what do you say?
Yes.
He says absolutely, right? That's a definite yes. Well, writing ideas, if you get the right writing ideas, sometimes you just writing just takes off. In fact, the other day, Ryan just sat down and started writing, and you wrote like a lot. What was the topic?
Cake.
Cake. She took the idea of cake and she was like going over and whoa. She wrote, and she filled a whole page, every single line. There's some people that are now touching stuff on and not looking up. Would you put your pencil down, please? So she she was a good example to me of somebody that had an idea and went for it. As soon as you get an idea, a lot of times you can go for it, right? You can just write the whole thing out. Like when I bought Ashley's car on Monday, I came back and I had a lot of ideas, so I just wrote everything out. So that was an easy one because I had a lot of ideas about it. So the question today is, how do you come up with writing ideas? How do we come up with writing ideas? What are some ways? And before we do that, I want to talk about something, and then we'll have to get your ideas here too. There's a book that I read every year. It's called When I Was 5. And what I'm wondering is, how did he come up with this writing idea? And I'm wondering if there are a lot of writing ideas inside here. I think there are. In other words, I think you could just read this book and come up with a whole lot of writing ideas, just from the book itself. And the idea that I want to explore today is an idea Ryan and I talked about. Ryan, what is a noun?
A noun is a person, place.
Okay, so it's a person, a place, or a thing. And I think there's a lot of writing ideas in just that. I think you could come up with a lot of people you could write about, a lot of places you could write about, and a lot of things you could write about that would really be fun. And I think this might be an idea that will help people. I'm hoping it will. So, what I want you to do as we go along here, I'm going to read the book first, and then we're going to look for nouns in the book. We're going to look for people, places, and things in this book. But you don't have to do it quite yet. Let's just read the book and enjoy it first. All right? Because this is a fun book. Mr. Gardner really likes. It's called When I Was 5. Raise your hand if you've already heard the book. I hope all of you have. Oh, well, some of you. Okay. We're going to get it so everybody has. When I Was 5 by Arthur Howard. Pictures, too. For Beverly. When I was 5... Don't call out, just watch. I wanted to be an astronaut. Or a cowboy. Or both. When I was 5, this was my favorite kind of car. This was my favorite kind of dinosaur. This was my favorite secret hiding place. And this was my best friend, Mark. Mark had a dog named Peggy and a little brother who used bad words. And bunk beds, my favorite kind of bed when I was 5. Now I'm 6. And I want to be a Major League Baseball player. Or a deep sea diver. Now that I'm 6, this is my favorite kind of car. And this is my favorite kind of dinosaur. This is my second best hiding place. My favorite one is a secret.
Very secretive.
And this is my best friend, Mark. Who knows the ending? You don't remember the ending? It's a classic line. It's a great ending. Some things never change. Great ending. Now, pick up your notebook, and if you can, from this book, only from this book, see how many nouns that you can remember from the story. List persons, places, or things. Anything you want. Do it on your own. So Ian, we're going to just do it silently. Charlie, do you have a piece of paper? Okay, you need to come and sit over here. And go get a piece of paper and a pencil. Wonder, do you have... Sage, do you have your book? You have yours. Wonder, where's yours? Go get a piece of paper. You're going to have to be gluing it in tonight. Or copy it, yeah. I don't even want to talk about forgetting your book.
I always did a lot of places.
Okay, I don't want to talk about it with you either, so just keep writing. How many people have more than 3 nouns right now? Good.
What's the boy's name? No, he just showed cards.
Are you done with the list? Raise your hand if you're done. Raise your hand if you're not done. Okay. Another minute. 2 minutes maybe. Boy, there's a ton of nouns in there. Okay, stop even if you're not done. And let me read what Riley and Riley, come and sit up here, and Niall, drag a chair over and sit next to her. And we're going to have these two be our noun detectives. So I'm going to read the book, and whenever you hear a noun, call it out. When I was 5, I wanted to be an astronaut. Call it out. Astronaut is a noun, right? And space, so you're even doing ones from the picture. Okay. So astronaut and space are 2 nouns. Space is a place. An astronaut, is that a person?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a sort of a type of person, right? So did you have those? Okay. Or a cowboy.
Cowboy in Texas, from Denver.
Oh wow. Now expanding here. He's got cactus. Oh, there's a lot of nouns.
Race
Cactus,
cowboy.
sun. Oh, what's that? Like a prairie dog? Snake? Horse? Oh my land. Wait a minute. Niall, cool. He's got a whole bunch here, doesn't he? Horse, lariat.
Or you could just write sort of. If you
Or you
write-
could just use the words, but you could also use the pictures, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So all those are nouns.
Wait.
Or both. Are you adding to your list?
Alien.
Okay, wait. Add to your list if you want. Add a few from the picture. We don't have to do every single one, but Niall's given us a good idea. There's a lot more than just the words, right? All of these are writing ideas. You can write about cactus, prairie dogs, snakes, horses, cowboys, being a cowboy, or both. Okay, or both. Are any there? Well,
Alien. Wait. Yeah, alien.
alien, an alien horse.
Would that be a person? No, I think it's more of an alien.
That alien, cat, the cat in every single one, right? When I was 5, this was my favorite kind of car. Any nouns there?
Car.
I can see.
Car,
And home. And home. Drawing.
home, chair, cat, drawing,
Uh-huh.
crayons, shirt, pants, shoes. My gosh, there's 100 nouns in this book. There must be 100. Now I'm beginning to see there's a lot of
I
nouns.
see the car. Picture.
All of these are writing ideas. What about that? Is that a noun?
Yeah.
Is this a writing idea? Of this, see what, this is like a writing idea right here, isn't it?
Collar.
Have you, anybody here ever reached for a toy and an animal at your house was like Doing something with the toy at the same time? That's a writing idea.
Yeah.
This was my favorite kind of dinosaur. Everybody got dinosaur, right? And what about favorite? Is favorite a noun? No, favorite.
Cat.
Favorite. Favorite. Related to noun. This was my favorite secret hiding place. Riley? Secret hiding place is, that's under place. Did you have that? Did you guys remember that?
I was gonna put it, but I didn't think it was.
Yeah, hiding place is a place.
Oh. Is that a fly or a dragonfly?
It's actually a secret hiding place.
Is that a yeah.
Frog, you could write about frogs. You could write about secret hiding places. Did you know, I don't know if I should tell this or not, but did you know that the other day, I overheard you talking, and you were telling somebody that you had an item, and I don't even know what it is, that you put in a secret hiding place and you weren't going to tell anybody where it was until Christmas. Am I right? Yeah. So we don't know what that is, but that's a writing idea because it's a hiding place, and that's a place.
But I don't want my mom to find out.
Believe me, we're not telling. We don't know what it is,
Mr. G won't tell.
and my lips are sealed. When your mom comes tonight, she says, "Where's Olivia's secret hiding place?" Huh? Well, I'm not telling. Okay, and this was my best friend Mark. Did y'all have Mark as a person?
Yes.
And anybody have dogs or hats or trees for nails? Okay, those are all flying hats flying off. Could be a writing idea, couldn't it? Chasing your best friend could be a writing idea.
Oh, that's what is it called? To see.
Mark had a dog named Peggy. Did you put Peggy down as a writing idea?
Yeah, I just put dogs there.
And a brother who used bad words. Using bad words is a writing idea. Did you put down, did anybody here put down this as a humorous idea?
It is Tushy.
There's a little humor here, isn't there?
My name is
Everybody laughs
Tushy.
whenever I read that page.
Hear me.
Bunk beds. Did you put bunk beds down as a thing?
Oh, I should.
Riley, did you put bunk beds
I
down?
only have like 80.
Okay, that's a new,
Look
that's a
at me. I don't know.
Look how much I got.
favorite bed. As a place? Okay. That's okay too. Now I'm 6.
Cake.
Now that goes back to Ryan and her cake. And you know what I was just thinking? Ryan, in your piece, you could actually add a detail of describing the cake. It's something you could do. And I wanted to be a Major League Baseball player. I have some bad news. Mrs. Sutton has a son named Doug, and he likes sports. And his grandfather died this summer, and his grandfather, unfortunately, threw away Doug's father's baseball cards from back in the 50s. Baseball cards is a big writing idea, and it's, for some people, Leanna, is it a big writing idea for you? It's not for me either, but for some people it is. So if you put down baseball cards, that would be a noun. That's a thing. Riley, you see Nancy's page?
Yeah, why would he go on land? Yeah, underwater and fish and like all land. The cat and treasure chest.
Deep sea diver.
I have treasure chest.
That's a person.
Oh,
Deep
money.
sea
I
diver.
write money.
Why would cat go on water?
Okay.
Money. Ooh, I have to write.
And this is my favorite kind of car.
Watch you write race car.
That's funny.
I already wrote race car.
Oh, that cat is hilarious.
Oh my
That's
god,
the
that cat
sunglasses
is
are
like
cool.
crazy.
Vroom.
Like, he wants to be a Hot Wheels.
Yeah, the
Sometimes.
cat is like a Hot Wheels model.
Oh, look, people
Okay. Here's what this reminded me of. This morning when I went out and got in my car, I actually, sometimes I leave my window down just a little bit, you know, like in the garage. And when I went out to get my car at 5:30 in the morning, I walked out and I looked at my car, and guess who's coming out of my window?
A cat.
A cat. It had slept in there overnight. I hate it when cats sleep in my car.
Raise your window up.
And so it reminded me I've got to leave my window up.
Wait, is it your cat? Because if you
I have
get in
3.
your car,
This is my favorite kind of dinosaur.
I put that down.
Do you have dinosaurs down as a topic?
Teeth.
That's a definite topic. Olivia, what do you want to say?
There's something about the window too.
Yes?
My mom, before she goes in the garage, it's hard for me to get out because
Yeah.
the door's so close.
Right?
So I get out before it, and my window was down, so I just stepped out of it, and my dog's followed me out of the window.
Oh, that's funny. That's a cool writing idea. Wow. We're helping people here. This is my second best hiding place. Did you put hiding place under place?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a writing
I
idea.
put trees.
I put the pond.
And this is my best friend, Mark. Did you put best friend as an idea? Because that was a major idea of the whole book. Some things never change.
Fence.
Kitty cat that's fat.
Fence. House.
So look,
I got 44.
everybody set your pencils down and look up. Ian,
Because you stole some.
thank you. David, thank you. I need everybody to set everything off your lap so you're not writing. I'm going to stop for a second here. David, I'm still waiting on you. All right. I have been looking at your list. We have some major lists going here.
Not 34.
This is just a typical list of what I'm seeing on the rug of actually a ton of ideas. This book, in my mind, has a treasure chest of writing ideas. If I was Alex over here with the braids, and I was looking for a writing idea, David, you need to move your seat. David, go sit over there. If I was Alex, looking for a writing idea, I could easily pick this book up, flip through it, look for nouns, and come up with ideas. Do you agree? Nod your head if you agree. There's a lot of ideas in here. Olivia just came up with one. This book triggered an experience that she had recently, where it was Mr. Gardner talking about the car. But anyway, this is where the idea began, right? Ideas are hard to find unless you know how to find them. Now you know how to find them. Take this book, or take another of your favorite books, flip it open, look for nouns, and you can get ideas. You get it?
Yeah.
So, what I've asked a lot of people to do is on the back of their book to make a list of ideas. And that way when you sit down and you're writing and you have no ideas, you just open up here and you go, oh, she's probably got about 30 ideas here. So you pick one of those and go for it, right? Now she has more. Now you have more. So we would expect people, when they leave the rug, to immediately have an idea. And I hope you're even thinking about it beforehand, so you are dying to get started because you have an idea you want to work on. Can you work on it more than one day?
Yes.
Absolutely. If you get tired of an idea, should you move to another one?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Who has an idea right now that they really like that they're working on? They really like. Tell me the idea. Maybe other people, if they want to, could write your idea down. Wonder what idea you're working on.
My birthday.
Okay. Now I hope you're not writing about the whole. Mr. Gardner. This is one of my major things. Do not write about the whole birthday. Write about the most interesting part. Don't write about all the things that go on. Write about the most exciting thing that happened. Are you doing that? Okay. Who else has an interesting idea that you're working on? Ryan.
When I slipped in the shower.
Okay. She still has
You just said when I
the
slept.
Band-Aid.
No,
Slip.
I still had a clock.
Come on.
Yeah, I thought she said that.
Olivia.
I'm trying to sleep in the bathtub.
I can't hear because people are talking. Sheldon, I can't hear at all.
There's this motorcycle and the car backed up and hit it, and it tipped over and I saw it happen.
She just reminded me, when I was, okay, that's a good writing idea. When I was walking out to my car yesterday, I leave right, like, as soon as I can after school, because I have to go get on my bike. When I was walking out, I heard this scratching sound, and I turned around, and somebody in their SUV was backing out of their space, and guess what? You know the pillars that are in the parking structure? They scraped the pillar. They scraped their car, sort of like yours. Go work on that idea. That's a good idea. Yes.
But I have the same story that happened to my mom. It was kind of like that. So this guy was backing up and hit my mom's car, and then at a supermarket, and then he started to try to drive away.
Do you remember what she said and what he said?
What?
Do you remember the dialogue?
Not really.
That was the same.
Then you're going to have to talk to your mom
I
and get
know
the
a lot
dialogue.
of
The dialogue
I
is the
wasn't
most
mom
interesting part.
said, but it's over the top.
Have her tell you. Okay? Yes. Not the whole thing. Most interesting part. Okay? Yes.
Writing about my pencil filler in me. I have a story. One time my dad was about to leave, and then a lady hit him, and then she didn't have a license plate in the back of her car because it was a brand new car, and she drove off. And then my dad chased after her, and then we were like going all over the place, and yeah, pretty much.
Did you find her?
No.
I think you better write that one.
And then I think we thought you were hiding instead of parking.
Cool.
What?
Elliot?
I just have another story.
Sage? I can't hear because you're...
I just have another story about someone's car getting in. My dad was eating at a restaurant, and he said this woman opened the door of her car, and a car came ripping around the corner, and it took the door right out.
I saw that. I saw something.
Whoa.
Wait a second. Go see the commercial text.
Yeah. Okay, Elliot, so write that out. That's a cool one.
Someone ripped the door.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I can't hear.
I went climbing on a real rock.
So the excitement of climbing on rocks and stuff?
It's a real
Rock is a noun, that's another one. Another baseball card. See what this book does? It gives people ideas. Yes. Okay.
This time when my mom's friends cleared water and that time I didn't know how to swim in the deep water, and so it was 100 feet deep, and I was swimming with it. I was like 4 years old, so I went down the slide. I was so scared, so I held onto the slide, and then somebody had to come and get me because I wanted to go down.
You were holding on for dear life. Write that down.
And I almost flipped off of it.
Write it down.
My mom, when we were coming back from from Beverly Hills, my mom, we had seen like parts of the car. My mom drove down to see what it was, and the car had gone into a tree. Gone into a tree in Beverly Hills, and they had to stop all the traffic. Just so we can get out.
Yikes. Write it up. Yeah. It's gonna tell that story.
Driving in my friend's car, there was a lot of traffic, and I saw these people were driving really close to each other, and I saw their mirrors hit each other and fly off. Oh, the car.
Brandon?
One time when we were going down the stairs to this place, my climbing area, I have this kid over my pursuit. I can see our boat. And I felt this opening in the door when I was
turned off people.
It was actually at the school.
When I was at my mom's friend's house, there's a pool and we were going swimming. It's when my mama was like 3, I think. She didn't know how to swim. And she had to wear those floaty things, like, you know, those things that they have like styrofoam in them.
Oh, right.
They're supposed to hold you up. And she jumped in. And she went down there. And then I came outside and I was looking. And I saw that she was down there going like this. Like that. And then she came up and she wouldn't go up straight up. So she was like still at the bottom so she couldn't come up. And she was trying to go like this and just trying to pedal back up. And I was like, somebody go get her or something. Because I didn't have anything on and stuff. I had like all my clothes on. Like, no, she's fine, she'll come up. And then and she was like down there for like 20 seconds and then I had to go get her.
I like the way you put the dialogue. I like the dialogue. Make sure when you write this up, put the dialogue in.
So you jumped and lose your clothes on?
And saw. I jumped into a pool.
Okay, so again,
My friend went in summer camp. He didn't care what happened. Just jumped in the pool.
Yeah, once I was able to ride that, and there's this car that tumbled down from the freeway. We didn't see it coming down, but we saw it at the bottom, like basically on its side. And then so there was only police there, and then they were still searching for something, but I didn't know.
you could be a TV reporter on that.
At my house, I was playing with some air when like somebody sent me bullets. Yeah, shooting bullets on the ground.
Shooting bullets?
Real bullets. And it was a friend of our house. So, no, you only have to coming. Yeah. You have to go to a shooting range to do that. I've been to a shooting range.
Yeah, that's against the law.
It was like, it was dark, so nobody could see who it was. The police came, started looking all over the place. Okay.
Yikes. That's scary.
Like, I just love looking in the window.
I'm gonna write about Diana's surprise birthday party.
Don't write about it. Just the part. Give me a cozy piece.
In like Tahoe, I climbed a mountain with my friend without shoes. We lived in the mountain in the middle of the lake. And we came down, and my mom was sitting there, and the guy was like, "Hey, catch!" for his friend, and he threw a sandal and hit my mom. And he's like, my mom's like, he's like, "I'm sorry, Mom." He's like, "I'm sorry!"
Did you get in trouble?
It was crazy.
Make sure with the dialogue in.
I think
I thought you had an idea. What did the person then? He ran after you and caught it? I bet he was scared. Have you ever written this one out before? No. Good. Glad you're going to write it out. You can tell me now before you leave. Everybody else do. I feel this was an effective writing. This helped you get ideas. Help everybody else. Shout that. If you're talking right now, stop. Stay focused. What helps you get ideas? You know something I've noticed? At the end of the year, you have lots of ideas. At the beginning of the year, you have none. Am I right? I'm right. At least where you're concerned. There's no pressure. Is that pressure? Okay, before you go to break, come and tell me your idea. And then there's no pressure. But you're going to tell me your idea before you go to snacks.
Do you have an idea? Okay, I finished 6 pages. I have 3 and a half.
So you're up to date.
Yeah, I only have one today because it's today 7.
Today's 7.
Yeah, so I have to write one today.
So when you write one today, you'll be up to date. skip line? You don't have to. I think sometimes you want to, like if you skip lines and you can stick stuff in here, like if it's come up with another idea. You're writing more than you did last year, aren't you? How are you feeling about your writing? You hate it less? We want to get you so that you're a good writer, so that you're writing a lot. What's your idea today you're going to write about? Did you hear that? Riley tells me that, I told Riley, I said, you're writing a lot more this year. Because I was looking at her writing, she wrote all that in about 10 minutes, which is quite a bit. And I said, why did you write so much? And what'd you say?
Because I like to write.
And when did that change? So you're enjoying it more this year? She's enjoying writing, and now she's writing a lot. That's like a gift to me. Thank you for saying that. How are you coming up with ideas? You wrote very fluidly here. This was a good writing day, wasn't it? Did you do all that in one day? What's that? That was a good writing day. You need a timeout?
Hey, I was excited.
What did you do to get your timeout? What do you think you did? What kind of things did you do to get your timeout? That was good for you.
Okay, it's time to
Came
clean
full
up.
charge and just went wham on his floor.
Take
Wow.
your things out of your,
She just jumped up on everyone and fell down.
That would be scary. Yikes.
No,
Okay.
she didn't bite him. She just like jumped on him and started licking. I'm learning about the train. Peace is the way. I was walking down the street, not knowing where I was going. Watching the silver car.
You like that?
What happened to the one that you lost?
Oh yeah, that was good.
So how do you think the lesson went?
I think it went well. The kids had a lot of ideas, and I think they related to the book. And I think the idea of nouns seems to work. I hadn't done that before, but it looked good to me.
Great, okay. So your PGT, when we talked about it a little bit, had to do with helping children identify how they wanted to revise their papers and to be accountable to what you're pointing out with the mentor text. How did this particular lesson, do you think, speak to that standard of being able to revise and evaluate your work? The idea now of collecting ideas, how does that relate
Well, I
to
think
it
collecting
all?
ideas is a beginning step to the revision process. It's not directly related probably, but it is certainly something that's needed in order to have writing that you can revise. And coming up with ideas is often hard for children. It's been hard for about 10 or 12 of the kids in the group over the last week, and so I decided we needed to really teach that.
Great. So you've been in school for about a week, okay, and this particular lesson is taught at this time because of what you've seen or because of what you have just automatically planned?
I've met with a few children that said they didn't have any ideas, and I've done that over the last 3 or 4 days, and I decided that we would needed to really teach it to everybody so that everybody has ideas.
And what are you thinking will follow this particular lesson over the next
I'll
week?
take another book and look for nouns and look for writing ideas in another book.
Okay.
And hopefully I can find a book that's childlike, like this one, but I'll have to think about that one.
Okay.